Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another Madden 21 news video, and today I'm going to be going over all the information we got on the Madden 21 stream on August 18th. Yep, that's the date. We got a bunch of information, man. I'm super excited. I got a bunch of stuff to go over, but before we get into the video, guys, make sure you guys drop a like down below and subscribe when that is on if you guys are enjoying the vids. And you don't want to miss any coming up in the future. I'm going to be grinding Madden 21 vids. Muthead just did get posted, so I will probably put another video out going over a bunch of players there. But I'm going to be going over all these screenshots I took during the stream, and I'm going to be going over everything so you guys know what to do day one when all this does come out. Starting off, like I said, we got new item layouts, so this is what it's going to be like looking at the cards in your binder and opening packs and stuff. So the way they phrase this, right, is on this card you can see the X factors, the abilities, the chemistries, the multiplier, the chemistries, the power up, the symbol, whether it's nat or not, the archetype, the position, the rating, and you can see half the card is the actual player itself. But the way they said it is, if, like, you know, when you're in your binder, if you're hovering over that card, and then it's going to show like this. But if you're not hovering over it, it's going to kind of minimize the tab to the right, and it's not going to show all that stuff. It's only going to show like name, overall, all that stuff. So that's going to be good right there. It's not always going to be like this where it's 50-50. It's going to only show that when you're highlighting the card, like opening a pack, or in your binder, or in your lineup when you're on top of the card. That's when it's going to show all this stuff. But when you're not highlighting a card, it's just going to be look kind of like a quote-unquote normal card. Right here, as you guys can see, that's what it'll look like. You see Lamar Jackson on the right. That's what it's going to look like when you're not highlighting the card. And then as you guys can see, this is comparing them. You see you got compared Patrick Mahomes to Lamar Jackson. Pretty simple stuff right there, stats wise. You see that. And then this is kind of the layout of the card and what they're talking about. So in Madden 20, as you guys can see, that's what it looked like. Now, unfocused and focused. So when you're highlighting it, that's the right side. When you're not, it's the left. It's in the middle, I mean. So that's kind of what it looks like. I think it looks super dope, and I'm really excited about that. Moving on, this was just a screenshot someone took of the binder. So as you guys can see, since he is highlighting Aaron Donald, he is like his cursor, you could say, or whatever. He's like about to select Aaron Donald. It is highlighted, so it's going to show his abilities, his chemistries, whether it's nat or not, the power up, the overall, all that stuff. But if you look to the right to Bobby Wagner, it only shows his name, team chem, overall, and that kind of thing. Same thing showing with Bobby Wagner. And here's what the lineup screen is going to look like. It looks a little strange, I must say, but this is what we're going with. You can see that there's just a bunch of different stuff on the screen, a little more spaced out than in Madden 20, which I kind of like. It kind of just gives the idea that it's all not one, it's all kind of one general shape instead of different shapes throughout the entire lineup, which is dope. And then we have the screen where it shows you what you can do with the card, so you can compare, promote to starter, add to a set, auction, trade, or quick sell the item, obviously. And then it shows the history of the card, like when you got it, the name, the team name, all that stuff, and then it's a little description and the archetype along with the image of the archetype and a little title of it. So Aaron Donald, power rusher, obviously. And then it shows his attributes along here. Aaron Donald, 74 speed, 82 excel, 90 strength, 82 tackle, 88 player, 87 block shed, 87 power move, 86 finesse move. It also shows weight now and salary cap and the general stats, so that's pretty cool. He's also got a 90 strength, which is really good. This card looks insane, obviously, but that's, you can look at the attribute side, and then the upgrade side, this is where you would obviously upgrade power-ups with training and how you would put abilities on people like Aaron Donald and all those guys. So you can see the team chemistry, you see where you put on the normal chemistry, like you would have like power run from last year or go deep. It might be different this year. They didn't show any types of specific chemistry, so we don't know that yet, but you see you would put that in, and you could either put like a sprinter chem, or you could put a change of position. They're still doing that again this year, but here you go. You can see like on the power up, you see you can change his team chem, the basic chem, the speed chems, and his positional chem. You can change the front art, you can change the X factor and abilities. And also another cool thing that they added is when you're upgrading it, it'll give you a total amount of training you're going to need instead of having to do the math in your head. You're not going to be able to press it all at once, so you can just go zoom in, but like it'll add up the total amount of training you need, so you can tell you how much you really need. And yeah, guys, now we're going to talk about ability caps. This is a big thing this year. So, you know, last year you had a max of 3 X factors and only 3 people on your team could have abilities. Well, I mean, it's kind of changed this year, so we're going to talk about this. As you guys can see, here are the ability slots, the way it's going to work. So at 80 overall, you get your first ability slot, 85, second, 90, third ability slot, fourth, it's a tier 3 ability slot, so it's going to have the same abilities as the tier 3, but it's a 4th ability slot. Same with 99, same as a tier 3 ability slot, but you're getting a 5th ability slot, actually. And right here, as you guys can see, showing some X factors / abilities for like Bobby Wagner. You got Reach Elite, and the way it works is you see it's called the AP, the ability points, and the way it works is they talked about at the beginning of the year, your team has a total cap of 10 ability points. I don't know if it's 10 on each side of the ball or 10 in total. We'll have to see how that works out. But the way it works is you have 10 ability points, right? And in total, and each different ability. And depending on how strong that ability is, it's going to have a different value of AP. So as you guys can see right here, Reach Elite has 1 AP, while Tackle Spree is going to have 2 AP. Goal line stuff 3 AP. But if we go to X factors, they're 0 AP, just because like X factors, they're like just as good as abilities, but you have to activate them for they actually work. So X factors will not cost any ability points at all. Like I said, you're gonna have like a total of 10 ability points. I don't know if that's total or on both sides of the ball you're gonna have 10, but you have to spread that out. You could do it through, you could put 1 on 10 players, or you could put 2 on 5, or you could do all that stuff, but you still have a max of 3 X factors. So you can only have 3 players with X factor abilities on your offense, but you can have abilities on 10 players on your offense. So that's super dope right there, and I'm super excited about that. And here is the lineup screen talked about, so you can see like next to Bobby Wagner, he has the little 2 and then the X factor ability, what it actually is, it's called Avalanche, and you see it takes up 2 ability points, which 5 out of 10 on defense. I'm assuming it's going to be 10 on each side, because 10 in total seems a little bit low. But Aaron Donald 3, and then he has Fearmonger as his X factor. That's basically all it is. It's just a total of 10 ability points on each side of the ball. And then right here is just how you activate X factors. So you can just deactivate them, or you can activate them. Like I said, you can only have 3 X factors on each side of the ball like last year, but you can have more abilities. So that's the way it's going to work there. Moving on, we got some programs coming this year. We got Rivals, which I'm super excited about. This looks super dope. It's pretty much just Welcome to Madden Ultimate Team that we had last year. As you guys can see, you're going to have, I believe, the choice between 3 players in playing a bunch of challenges. You could choose Ben Roethlisberger, Zach Ertz, or Jalen Smith. Personally, if I had to choose, I would say go with Jalen Smith, because having a fast user at the beginning of the game is going to be clutch for sure. Zach Ertz isn't too bad. I wouldn't recommend going with Big Ben unless you're a Steelers fan. Zach Ertz isn't too bad. His 80 speed is pretty good. His run blocking is very low, though. I'd recommend going with Jalen Smith if you're going to choose a Rivals player at the beginning of the year. Then we got team captains as a program. As you guys can see, here are the 4 team captains. We got Eddie George, Leroy Glover, Ed McCaffrey, and Aeneas Williams. Can't pronounce that man's name. And as you guys can see, you kind of play these challenges, give all these players a try, and see who you like the most. And then you're able to select who you actually want. You can choose Ed McCaffrey, Eddie George, Leroy Glover, or Aeneas Williams, obviously. If I had to choose, oh, and also another cool thing is the Level Master, the Mut Master, and these team captains get all 32 team chems. So, theme team's gonna benefit a lot from this, and they don't lose their value to theme team players. So I'm really excited about that. Obviously, I'm a theme team player and a No Money Spent player, so that's gonna help me a lot. But if I had to choose personally here, depending on the team you're on, I wouldn't pick Eddie George. I wouldn't lock yourself up with a specific halfback unless you're a Titans fan. Leroy Glover isn't too bad. Aeneas Williams, Ed McCaffrey, not too bad. I'd recommend Ed McCaffrey just because he's a depth position wide receiver. He can stay your number 4 or 5 receiver all year, and obviously these cards are getting upgrades. He fits on all 32 theme teams, but what I would recommend is if you're running the theme team, fill in your weakest position with these cards. If you like, let's say I'm a Browns fan, right? And let's say we got a good Sheldon Richardson card, but Larry Ogunjobi just wasn't getting an upgrade. In a while, I get Leroy Glover. He sits there for a couple weeks, right? And then Ogunjobi gets an upgrade. And I don't need Leroy Glover anymore, but I'm lacking a 3rd cornerback. I just take Aeneas Williams. That's easy like that. I'd say upgrade your weakest point in your team or on your theme team, depending on what you need, and you can always exchange it out in these sets. Obviously, and as you guys can see in the fantasy pack, you can choose any of the 32 team chems. So Aeneas Williams with the Seahawks, Saints, Steelers, all that kind of stuff. And then here is the after you actually select who you want. Right here, just showing what you can do with this card. Compare, promote, starter. Obviously, you can add it to the team captain exchange set. You obviously can't sell it on the auction or quick sell it. And then here is Aeneas Williams stats. We'll actually get a better picture in a second, but 5'11", 200 pounds. He only got a salary cap of 1, which is pretty good. But 85 speed, 87 excel, 87 agility, 86 jump, 86 cleric, 85 man, 81 zone, 78 press, 87 agility, 85 speed, 87 excel. We already saw all that. And then moving on, as you guys can see, here is his upgrade screen where you can add abilities and chemistries and change his position. Here's his actual like main stats that you can see on screen. We already went over that. Then we got Eddie George at an 87, who's got 85 speed, 85 excel, 81 agility, 86 carry, 60 catching, 82 change of direction. I'm still getting used to that. 86 truck and 85 break tackle. And McCaffrey, 85 speed, 87 jump, 85 catch, 86 catch in traffic, 82 spec catch, 83 short run, 86 mid, and 80 deep. The card looks very good for sure. And then Leroy Glover, pretty dang fast for a defensive tackle at the beginning of the year. 75 speed, 85 excel, 84 strength, 86 tackle, 84 player, 83 block shed, 80 power movement, 50 finesse move. So definitely more of a pass rushing defensive tackle, but he will be able to stop the run pretty dang well. Moving on, we got the NFL Epics promo coming back this year, and these challenges, there is 104 challenges here total because it's 25 each, and then after you complete the 25 for that certain player, you get one challenge to actually unlock the card. So you could play all 4 of these. There's no restriction on only picking one. You don't have to play Larry Fitzgerald to unlock all of them. You play whichever ones you want. You could get all 4 of these players, add them to your team. Looking very good, man. Larry Fitz, AP, Ronnie Lott, and Jack Youngblood. Like I said, it's 104, probably not full games, but 104 challenges in total. So that's going to be tough to complete, but definitely going to be worth it. Larry Fitzgerald right here, 83 speed, 89 jump, 86 catch, 85 catch in traffic, 84 spec catch, 79 short, 78 mid, 75 deep. Not the best card, but pretty decent. We got AP, who's got 86 speed, which is pretty good on 85 overall card, 85 excel, 82 agility, 80 carrying. He's got a 58 catch, which is a little low for sure. 78 change of direction, 84 truck, and 82 break tackle. Ronnie Lott, 85 speed, 87 excel, 78 tackle, 80 cleric, 81 pursuit, 76 man, 82 zone, 83 hit power. And then we got Jack Youngblood, who's one of the lesser known legends out there for sure, but definitely was very good in his time. 79 speed, 86 excel, 84 strength, 78 tackle, 78 cleric, 81 block shed, 88 power move, 83 finesse move. Going to be great on the interior. Plays very similar to like a JJ Watt or an Aaron Donald, not really coming off the edge, more so coming off the interior and really getting to the quarterback. And then we got Mut Master here, who is going to go ahead and be Sam Mills. Now, they kind of have a theme going with Mut Master where they had Sean Taylor a couple years ago, then they had Ryan Shazier in 19, Pat Tillman in 20, now they're having Sam Mills in 21. Sam Mills was kind of this guy who, he played for the Saints and the Panthers in the 80s and 90s, and he was always the guy. He came up with the idea of keep pounding. As you guys know, if you're a Panthers fan, that is like the hashtag for the Panthers for everything that we do pretty much. We have the drum thing where we pound the drum, obviously. That's kind of in honor of Sam Mills because Sam Mills, I believe he was on the coaching staff of one of the teams that went to the Super Bowl. I think they lost to the Patriots that year. But he passed away from cancer, sadly, in like 2005, I believe. So they're kind of doing this to honor him. He was 5'9", I believe, which is crazy. He was super short, but he's still an insane middle linebacker. He'll be a great run stuffer, and he'll be decent out in pass coverage. But like I said, only 5'9", will suck a little bit. But like I said, he gets every team chemistry along with team captains and the level master, who we'll go over in a little bit. But having all team chems will definitely make him usable to theme teams who do not have a great middle linebacker, or just in general to any theme team. Right here you can see some of the progression. You need to get a touchdown to actually get Sam Mills, and then you like 3 multiplayer wins, earn 100 stars in challenges, win 100 games with an 82 plus overall team, 15 daily objectives, yada yada yada, as you guys can see. Then we got the Mut Master Series 1. You can unlock some coins with this and some tokens, 45 team sacks, 70 team sacks, 75 tackles with Sam Mills, and 150 tackles with Sam Mills. Also, you guys know about the level challenges from Mut 20. Those things were useless, man. You got a little bit of spare coin, but they weren't really playable. They didn't get you much. Well, this year they are going to get you some tokens to actually help you progress your Sam Mills. And he caps out at 93 at the beginning of the year, so this is what he's going to look like max. He's got 88 speed, 98 excel, 78 strength, 92 tackling, 94 cleric, 85 block shed, 88 power move, and 87 zone coverage. Now, he actually played for the Panthers in real life, so I'm going to make sure I can get this guy up as fast as I can for you guys to add him to the Panthers theme team, and technically the Browns theme team too. But I'm super excited for this card to come out, and I'm really excited that they chose him to honor him. And then he goes up to a 94 in here, as you guys can see, just chemistries and all the different stuff, X factors and all that kind of stuff right here. And then we got the level master, which is Andre Johnson. This is such a dope choice, man. Andre Johnson was such a insane receiver. He was like kind of like Callum Johnson, a super tall, speedy dude. He's very underrated for his time. Everyone already kind of forgot him. I mean, I remember he had that little stint with the Colts near the end of his career, but everyone already kind of forgot him, and I hate that. Andre Johnson is such an amazing receiver, and I'm happy to see him get honored right here. As you guys can see, his overalls and his overalls and stuff for a level 75, not level 75, for being 75. Those are his stats and stuff. Obviously his chemistry, his X factor, his abilities. As you guys can see, he gets all 32 team chems, and then as you can see, card art changes up to an 89. He gets certain also abilities, so like NFL 100 last year, how they had the like NFL 100 abilities. He gets the level master abilities, which is yak him up, increased chance to break the first post catch tackle. So it's kind of just better versions of the current X factors. So that's kind of what we have. You got max security right there, and then here are his stats. He's got 86 speed, 89 jump. He's also got 87 catching, 88 catching traffic, 87 spec catch, 85 short arrow run, 86 mid, and 83 deep on him. Then we got team affinity, and what that's talking about is just these three: team captains, team builders, and team diamonds. I'm super excited for this. Team builders, now I will go over this on Muthead later. I saw for the Browns, because I just kind of looked at the Browns. What it was team builders. It was an 84 Grant Del Pitt and an 84 Jedrick Wills. You need to go through and complete challenges. You complete all 32 team builder challenges, I believe, unless I heard them wrong, and you get a choice of any team. So let's say I choose the Browns, and then I can either choose Grant Del Pitt or Jedrick Wills. You don't get both, sadly. You only got to choose one. So that's how it's going to work for team builders. Now we got team diamonds. I'm super excited for this. So a lot of people, when they hear team diamonds, they think Madden 19, where we had like the 93 Le'Veon Bell and the 89 I don't know, Micah Hyde, those guys. But this year, it's very similar to Team Diamonds as we had last year. But it's going to come out at the first day, so I'm super excited about this. As you guys can see, we got Jimbo Covert, who I believe is going in the Hall of Fame this year, so good for him. But he is the Bears Team Diamond. I'm still saying Team Diamonds. And here is a full list of all the Team Diamonds. We got Frank Minifield for the Browns and Charles Johnson for the Panthers, which I'm excited about. But some bigger names, we got Elvis Dumerville for the Broncos. We got Eric Weddle for the Chargers. Bob Sanders for the Colts. Troy Vincent for the Eagles. Roddy White for the Falcons. We got Rich Gannon for the Raiders. Asante Samuel for the Patriots. Keenan McCardell for the Jaguars. Heath Miller for the Steelers. And London Fletcher for the Washington football team. I'm super excited about this Team Diamonds promo, man. There's a lot of cool cards. Like Frank Minifield is always forgotten about. Like, he's such an underrated corner in history. I'm excited to see him finally getting some credit in this Team Diamonds promo. And then we have the Legends promo. Pretty much what they said is there's only going to be 2 legends coming out every week, but there's going to be quote-unquote boss legend versions, which are kind of be limited time cards that are better. They're like they're better than the actual legend card. So here, let me put it in like a word. So let's say we get like a Lawrence Taylor and a Sean Taylor weekend of legends, which we probably will never get. But let's say we got that, right? So there'll be the set legend Lawrence Taylor and the set version of Sean Taylor. And then I'm assuming they're going to be limited time. I don't know if they're going to be limited time or not, but they're probably going to be limited time versions of Lawrence Taylor and Sean Taylor. And they're going to be like 2-3 overalls higher than those guys, but they don't go into the power-up set. So that's how it's going to work. You guys knew the limited time legends last year were just a little tougher to get, but those guys won't go in the power-up set. It's the same card, just going to be a little bit better. So it's going to be better in the short term, while the lower guys are going to be better in the long term for that power-up set. And then we got the 50. They really didn't talk about this. They didn't talk about this because they said this is coming out in about a month after the game fully launches. So on the 28th is when it fully launches. They said this is going to come out in a month after that. So we'll see what this is. They really didn't talk about it. And then we got other Mut stuff. They talked about all this stuff. We got solo battles right here, which they said they don't know an exact date when this is coming back, but they said this is definitely coming back in Madden 20. As you guys can see the updates, we got Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You get updates. And then we got Mut dedication, obviously. Complete your daily missions to get more power-up passes, and your weekly missions to get some extra coins and a gridiron pack. And here, as you can see, the weekly missions right there. You got your daily mission, and then here we have some level rewards. They didn't go over all of them because they didn't want to spoil that for when EA Access comes out. But as you guys can see, for like level 2, you get a 62 plus overall card. At level 7, you unlock your Andre Johnson and a token to get him up a little bit. At level 7 here, you can just see the screen to unlock it. At level, I believe that's 11, you get a fantasy pack in the store. You know those packs in the store which would have like the 80 Cam Newton and all the cards from Madden 20. That's all it is. You buy it with points or coins or training, and you can buy it for cheaper, probably make profit on the auction house. And then at level 50, they showed 87-88 power-up pass. That's going to be desirable for me. I mean, like, you got Christian McCaffrey on the Panthers team. Team's going to be good. This is going to be a very good power pass to have at the beginning of the game. And then also we have the EA Play solo challenges. So if you're playing EA Access / EA Play, which I believe they said comes out the 21st. I'm pretty sure they said that's what they're told is it comes out the 21st. So it comes out Friday. So I'm excited about that. EA Play coming out Friday. I was hoping it was gonna be Thursday, but it's actually gonna be Friday, so sucks a little bit, but I'm fine with waiting a couple days. But as you guys can see, if you play these challenges, which are only available during the EA Access terms, you get the Elite 80 plus Nats for 45 stars and 150 training for the Tier 2 at 60 stars. And then also, there was the Mut loyalty thing that they talked about, how we didn't get the loyalty promo last year, but what they're going to do, which they did last year, is if you played Madden 18, you will get a pack containing all 6 of these players, which we'll go over in a second, but you get to choose 1. And then if you played Madden 19, you get to choose 2. And if you play Madden 20, you get to choose 3. Now the way it's going to work is you only get these cards if you played Madden 19, Madden 18, Madden 20 when they were actually like still up and running. So you couldn't download Madden 18 today and try and play it a little bit and you'll get this. No, you had to play it when it was actually up and running and it was actually like a game that you played. So I should be getting 3. I don't know if I played Madden 18 on PS4. I believe I did, so I should be getting 3 of them. So we'll see how that works out. But as you guys can see, here are the 6 guys. We got Andrew Whitworth, DeMarcus Lawrence, Darius Leonard, Emmanuel Sanders, Mark Ingram, and Patrick Peterson. I can make a ranking video going over the best choices for all the challenges and pre-order stuff. If you guys want to see that, make sure to tell me in the comments. I will do that. But then they talked about the transfer of everything from the new consoles, from the old consoles to the new consoles. So like they said in the stream, some of you guys might have heard that, but what they're talking about is they're gonna move everything in your binder, everything in your lineup is gonna go, all your coins, training points, any currencies at the time that are temporary are gonna come with you to your next console as long as you stay in the same console family. So you couldn't go PS4 to Xbox Series X. You can, but you won't get your stuff. If you move PS4 to PS5, same EA account, you're gonna have the same stuff. So that's how it's gonna work. You're gonna keep everything. You're gonna keep your progress. You're gonna keep everything in your binder. You're gonna keep all your coins, training points. So that's nice right there. And then ratings on Muthead did come out, so I'm probably gonna make a video later tonight going over some of those ratings, how I feel about those, and maybe the Browns and Panthers ratings as well. And then they talked about just the Gridiron Notes article, which you can find on EA.com. Look over. They kind of did a little description of everything they went over on the stream, so you can check that out. And then we got what comes in the MVP Deluxe and the normal edition. You guys have probably heard this by now, but as you guys can see, here are all the MVP awards. You can pause the video and look at those. We got the Deluxe edition. This is what you get for the Deluxe, and then the normal edition from just getting the normal game. This is what you'll get. And here's a little screen talking about a little more advanced, just claiming and all this stuff and how it's going to work. And also another thing is this is going to be kind of what it's looking like on Muthead, and I just took a screenshot here because they didn't talk about this, but remember how we had the Josh Allen last year he was the core rookie master. I noticed that there was an Isaiah Simmons said core rookie master, so I'm like, hey, I'll check this out. I took a screenshot, I included it in the video. We got this right here, Isaiah Simmons, core rookie master. That's cool to have. But yeah, guys, that's all the screenshots I have, and that's everything that was talked about in the stream. I hope you guys are a little bit informed more about Madden 21 now. I'm super excited for this game to be coming out. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe with notifications on. But yeah, I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace out.